I'm Kyle, and I go to the San Francisco Friends School, and this is how to use the CellScope.
Okay, so this is Pelican case that holds the CellScope. Right here it says 40x, so that means you can zoom in.
So first, to start using the CellScope, you have to open the Pelican case, and it's kind of hard to open at first, but you have to make sure that you tug it as hard as you can.
Here's the CellScope. This is the iPod or iPhone, depends on which type of CellScope you have. Here are the two parts of the charger, and here is the flashlight. So first, you take out the CellScope, and then the iPod. So you can turn it on like that, just open it. So we use the camera app, and you put it in upside down because the camera is right there, and that's where the mirror takes the light. So you put it in like that, and it should brighten up. And then take the flashlight and put it in when it's on, and it gets even brighter.
Once you set up the CellScope, now you need to prepare a slide. And sometimes the slides are already prepared, as you can see here, but if you don't have an already prepared slide, you can use an empty glass slide and put double-sided tape on it and create your own slide by putting whatever kind of object you want on the double-sided tape. So once I put it on the microscope, well, it works better if you turn it upside down because then the microscope will be able to see it. But also I have to turn on the light, and to check that the light's on, the screen will brighten. Once you turn the light on, it'll brighten significantly.
And when you have your slide, you put it underneath the microscope on the lens, and you use this knob to focus it. So I'm gonna see.
And so now that I have the slide on the microscope, I need to turn the focus knob to adjust the objective lens up or down and focus the sample into place.
And sometimes if you can't see it when it's right side up, you can flip it over, and that sometimes affects the way you see it. So here is it is wool.
So if the sample doesn't focus, then generally you should try a different sample just to make sure that there's nothing wrong with the microscope. And so sometimes samples are hard to see with a microscope that's only 20x or something lower, because if the sample size is so small the microscope can't see it, then it usually you won't be able to see it on the screen. So I'll try a different sample that I think I'll be able to see better if it's a bigger sample. And so as you can see, as I adjust the focus knob, it'll blurrily come into focus, and then you'll be able to see it better. And it should be completely focused if the knob's at the right setting. And so here you can see a wing of a bee on the screen from this sample right here.
And so one thing about the CellScope that's different than a microscope is that you can take pictures by pressing the picture button. And then you can also take videos to go through the different layers, because as you can see on this one, it gets sharper through the layers, different parts of the wool, so you can do that as well. And then it stores them in your photos, like that.
You can also take a video, and there I can adjust the focus so that you can see all the different parts of it and focus on each individual one.
And then to put the CellScope away, you will either save the slide or not use it anymore. So you can store it in a case like that, or just take the double-sided tape off and wash off the slide, and then take the little flashlight out and put it in its hole right there, and then you take this and make sure to return it back to the main screen and turn it off. Put the iPod or iPhone away, and then the CellScope doesn't come apart anymore, so it goes in like that. And then to close it, really hard to close it, so you might want to turn it up. You can press down.